YouTube, what is going on? It is your guy Bridgeforth, and today what I want to talk to you guys about is a very serious and a very controversial matter. I want to get my thoughts on the Mike Brown case, the guy getting proven innocent in the case. I think his name was Darren Williams or Darren Wilson. I'm not sure what the guy's name was, but anyway, last night he got acquitted of all the charges or whatever. And ever since yesterday, he's been Ferguson has been the town where if you guys know who Mike Brown is, type in Mike Brown, you'll see millions and millions and millions of hits come up. Apparently, what happened was, from what stories have told us, he was not armed, he was surrendering, and he still was shot and killed. But a wise guy once said, I heard recently, a wise guy, his name is Kevin Gates, he's a rapper. You guys should look him up too. He said he was actually there in Ferguson the day it happened, and someone asked him his thoughts on it. And he said, "Yo, I can't speak on it." They said, "Why?" He said, "Because I wasn't there. Like, all I know is what the few videos and pictures have shown us, and what people say happened." He said, "I wasn't there when I was in that city when it happened, but I wasn't at the incident when it happened. So I can't intelligently speak on it." I'm the same way. As emotional as we may feel as black people or as people in general, because it's not only black people that get affected by crimes like this. It's all people. It's all races. So I can't speak on it because I can speak on it, but I can't give vivid details of what happened because I wasn't there. You know, all I can go by is what I was shown and what I was told in past encounters that were similar to this. In the past, we've seen a lot of officers do crimes not only to black people but to people in general, whites, Hispanics, Asians, etc., get treated badly by cops and no consequences came from it. And that's why our legal system is so jacked up today. It's because it's like a kind of like monopolized a little bit. You know, monopoly. You don't want everyone having all the power, because when one person has all the power, then you see how jacked up everything else will be. So you give this person a certain amount of power and a certain amount of power to this person, etc., or whatever. And if this person jacks up their end of the power struggle or whatever, you still have a couple more sides that have power that aren't jacked up. But when one person has all the power, when they mess something up, everything else is messed up. And that's kind of how the police system is, man. Like, they have all the power. Like, if you do anything to go against the police officers, then what? You go to jail. So instead of us respectfully challenging authority, we just sit back and let it happen because I don't want to go to jail. So I don't want to say anything to these guys that can just arrest me whenever they feel like it. Like, no problem, no reason at all. Just come up and arrest you and just make up charges. Like, who's gonna believe that if a police officer plants something on you, right, and take you to jail? Who's gonna believe you saying, "No, he planted that on me"? No one is. If he says you had it, you had it. Like, you can't say, unless you have a camera or videotape recording you your whole life to show that you didn't have anything. Like, you can't challenge authority these days. You can't, man, because they do whatever, man. And it's like last night on Twitter, I was just tweeting out and retweeting a lot of people's thoughts on the cases or whatever. And it's like, when I first heard it, I was upset for black people. I was really upset for black people. But then I started looking at the videos and looking at the families and everyone. I just got upset at the world, period. Not just for blacks, but for everyone. But it's hard talking about it, man, and not making it about race, because this is how I feel in my heart. I feel like if it was another race, man, that wouldn't have happened like that. It wouldn't have happened, man. It's like people ask me, "Yo, how do you know that if it's just because he was black? Like, how do you know that they wouldn't have killed anyone in this situation, right?" And then I say, you know what? You know, that could be true. But then I think about the Batman shooting that happened a few years ago. I think it was Arroyo. I can't remember the town it was in, but the Batman shooting that happened at the Batman movie. It was a white guy that was a shooter. Gas mask on, multiple weapons. I think he had some hand bombs and all C4s and all type of crazy crap. Apprehended without being shot, without being beaten or anything. Came to court, no scratches, anything. He was apprehended without dying, without being shot, without being beaten. The guy, the shooting that happened at the elementary school a couple of years ago. They said the guy killed himself, but apparently he didn't, because they have footage of them chasing guys into the woods. No gunshots. Nobody was shot by the police. Those guys were white. And then a black man, unarmed, is more dangerous than a white guy with a tear gas mask and gas masks and automatic guns and bombs and shit. Like I don't. It's hard for me to not say that it's not, because what else is different from those two guys besides them not having? I mean, besides one guy not having weapons, is the race. Like, that's the only thing that's different about the two cases or whatever from what we've been shown. And again, I can't speak on it intelligently because I wasn't there. But from what I've been seeing, it's like how can a guy, any guy, not only black, any man, be more dangerous than another guy with weapons and body armor and all this shit? Like, I don't get it, man. But I just pray for his family, for Mike Brown's family. I pray for everyone that's been affected by it. I know Ferguson has been rioting and going crazy in Ferguson. It's like I can't even blame those guys, man. Like, I just pray that, I'm just thankful that I'm not from Ferguson. I'm not in Ferguson, because I would have probably been down there too riding, man. So, and then the next day, once everything cooled down, I would have looked back and said, you know what, nothing got solved. We rioted, we burned down buildings, and a lot of buildings that they burnt down were black-owned businesses. So it's kind of like defeating the purpose of you trying to show your affection or show your hurt for what happened by burning down black-owned businesses. But that's my thoughts on it, man. If you guys want to contact me, my Twitter information will be down in the description below. Again, man, I just pray for his family. I just pray for that town, for that city, man. I just hope that no one gets seriously hurt, because a lot of people are hurt, man. A lot of people was affected by this and are showing it, man. So I pray for Ferguson, Mike Brown, and that's about it, man. YouTube, I will see you later.